We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be returned from deep in the end zone, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn it into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with a third-year man, Chuba Hubbard, to about the 40-yard line. You talk about this Miami defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
Ready?
Young. That's caught by Mingo, right side.
Mingo with the catch and the first down, and you need receivers like him. No matter the route, gets open and gives his guys some easy completions. Could be the brightest star among many new faces in the Panthers receiver room.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Young. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. Their own 48-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Solo left side.
On second down, Tua gonna take a shot for Gallup. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch it, Oscar. Let's go.
Tua gonna throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41.
First and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Here we go. Here we go.
First down, Panthers.
On 1st and 10, Young. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And he's got room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Chart the motion man right. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Ready.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And fighting down inside the 25. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for this one. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Cover 2.
Now Tua signaling to change things up. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far, and that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Quick, yellow. Hey, check mega. Cut.
Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right, 6. Right, 2.
To throw, Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Mingo. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Dolphins nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern a little bit. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
10-0 the score after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Turbo 1 high. Turbo 1 high.
H.A. now up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now they'll audible to something else. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run for it with A-Chain. There he goes, left side. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Ready, shot? Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Turbo 3, kick. Turbo 3, kick.
They go back to the ground game with A-Chain. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Panthers will get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Let's go.
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Young on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
On second down, a run by H.A. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Throw left side to Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Dolphins at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Blue check. Ready.
And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, really in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Carolina.
Let's go now.
Young on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Chart the motion man right.
10 cycle. Set.
On 2nd down, Young again. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they had completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Red, yellow.
Now Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, come on.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, Do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Right back to A-Chain on second down. Wiggles free, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 55 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Tua now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Tua sets up to pass it. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to A-Chain. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Tua going to try and go quickly here.
A gain of 2.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Tua going to change the play. Third down, here's A-Chain. Shelling through the defense, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
TX. Solo left Zion. Out.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The Tua is going to change things up.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Officially, it'll be a 68-yard punt return score. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's to the 15. Touchdown! Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ready, set.
Second down and 8.
Check pink. Set cut.
They'll pitch it out to Hubbard. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line, and linebacker second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Carolina.
Ready. Steal. Check steal. Hut, hut.
They'll run with Marshall. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Ready.
There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. They'll send Marshall in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. from the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Again, it'll be Hubbard. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That throw by Young incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Berrios on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Hey, turbo one. 32 Stinger.
Looking to pass. Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
At the 18-yard line.
Here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Mega.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the 1st half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Adam Thielen. 26 yards. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QB is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
29. Dolphins 10.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And this one's in. Throw the football, all the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Got it.
In motion is Shenault.
Ready?
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Strike. Check strike. Ready.
On the counter, this is Hubbard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8.
Steal. Black. Hut, hut.
Young off the play fake. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Off of play action, Tagovailoa rolling to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Oh, he didn't spike it, he faked it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him. Derek Brown able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This is 3rd and goal. Tua now, 3rd and goal. Under pressure, they got him again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. throwing, Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Young, he's going to change it up.
Back.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Set, ready. Steal. Check, steal. Set.
And Young's going to throw it here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Young's pass intercepted.
This is 1st and 10.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Whoa! 20, TX.
Here's Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now Tua. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That'll be caught by Hill. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. Oh, and now some space to operate. Whoa, it still won't go down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers.